Hi, my name is Tony Ojeko. I'll be taking you on a comprehensive journey on how to use Zoom. Are you ready? Let's go. From what you can see on the screen, you can see my own page. All right, on Zoom. I have actually set up my page and all that, but I'm going to go straight from the beginning to show you how it's done. You see, when you start, the first thing you do is you actually either search here on Google and just type on Zoom. And what happens is that it shows you this, and then you select the first one you see, Zoom video conference, and it opens the website. Now, once you get to the website, the funny thing is it shows you a lot of stuff that you have to go through. The first thing you're going to do is to sign up, and it is completely free. Although there is plan and pricing for those who want to take it further. You understand? Let's see, let's take a look. There's the basic plan. The basic plan just allows you to host up to 100 participants, unlimited one-to-one meetings. If you're having just one-to-one meeting, one person to one person, you're just having a meeting with a friend or somebody, as long as you guys are just one person to one person, it's unlimited time. But if you're going to have a meeting with a group of people, a lot of people, and you're using the basic plan, which is the free plan, then um, Zoom will only allow you for 40 minutes. Okay, 40 minutes. After about 30 minutes into your meeting, Zoom would obviously just alert you and ask you to upgrade to the pro version or buy any of the plans that they have. Now, if those that have not signed up there, for instance, for those that have not signed up there, what actually they would do is actually go straight to signing up and signing up whatever they have to do with Zoom. They put in their details, they fill in the gap and all that. So I'm gonna take a little bit of time and show you that. Let me show you what it requires for you to sign up on Zoom. Now the first thing you do is to go to the website. So I'm going to share my screen again. I'm going to share my screen again to show you exactly what you would actually get. So this is what is actually appearing on my screen. Now, if you want to sign up for Zoom, all you need to do is click in the zoom.us, or you simply go to Google and search for Zoom. Once you get here, the first thing is it's going to ask you to verify your birthday. So you kindly just fill in your birthday, your birth year, however it is. And I'm just for the kicks of it, I'm just going to do this. So when you do that, you click on continue, and it comes up here. It asks you for your work email, work address. So you simply just type in your email. Simply type in your email. And it has to be actually an existing email. It has to be an existing email already. It could be any kind of email. And when you do that, you now click on sign up. This takes you straight. But if already you have a Google email, or you want to sign in with Facebook, you can do all that from the options below. It has sign in with Google, it has sign in with Facebook once you do that. Now, once you're done with that, it brings you to this page, which I started with already. Okay. Now, it brings you to this page, which is where we are now. Now, the thing now is, once you get to this page, you find a lot of stuff that you might not understand: user management, tool management, account management, advanced. Now, we're going to take it one step at a time. Okay. Now, the first thing first you have to know is how are you going to use this particular options that are listed there? These particular options that are listed there, how are you going to use them? All right, what are they for? What do they mean? So now, first of all, you go to your profile. That's the first thing. You have to actually set up yourself at your profile, so that anybody that you're having a meeting with or discussing with will actually know who they are talking to. So when you go to your profile, you actually put in your picture if you want. Then your name appears there. Your meeting ID is also stated. Your email address you use in linking up. Your email address you use in signing up is also there. Like me, I use my Gmail account, so that's why you can see Gmail account right there. And then The plan I'm on is basic. It tells me that the meeting I can have with the basic plan is just 100 people. And language I chose is English, date and time, all that thing, all that stuff is right there for you to see. So if you have filled in all this, the next thing is we'll go straight to meeting. Now, when you come to the option of meeting, for me, I have created some meeting already, but when you come to the option of meeting, it's going to be blank. So the first thing you do is, are you joining a meeting or are you hosting the meeting? Two separate things. If you're the one hosting the meeting, what you have to do simply is just come down to host meeting, come down to host meeting. And when you click on host meeting, sorry about that, I accidentally clicked on join meeting. When you click on host meeting, when you click on host a meeting, or you simply go to schedule a meeting, right? If you click on schedule a meeting, it shows you this screen. This is where you actually set up your meeting. Set up your meeting. If you look at the last page that we clicked out away from, I've set up 2 meetings and I have 2 of them recurring time. I will explain what that is in the next class. Now, when you click on schedule a meeting, what happens is that it gives you this page where you can now basically set up a meeting. Once you set up a meeting with Zoom, what happens next is Zoom gives you a link which you can now share to those that you want to invite into the meeting. You can actually make it a private meeting where they have to get an ID before they can join the meeting, or simply just make it an open one like the one you just saw that I created, which is your recurring one. Now, the next thing is, after setting up, after coming to this page, the next thing is, what is the topic that you like to discuss about on your meeting? So you need to specify that, you need to state that, because when the people you are inviting for the meeting receives the invite, they're going to see the topic you want to discuss. So the link is simply going to say, XYZ, Mr. This, that. In my case, Tony Ojako is inviting you to this meeting. Topic has to be listed. So whatever you put as topic is what they're going to see. So let's take an example. If you say office meeting to discuss way forward. You could do that, to discuss way forward. You could do that, and then you put a description. All of us will know what descriptions are. You could just basically explain what the meeting is all about. That's where you can actually put in the agenda. That's where you can do anything. Just put in something there. And then you now come down here and select the date at which you want the meeting to start. All right. So you select the date at which you want the meeting to start. If you want the meeting to start tomorrow, you want the meeting to start next month, you want it to start the next year, you just select the date and you say the meeting starts, for instance, the meeting starts on the 30th, and then you check the time. Remember that you're using a basic plan, which means that your meeting might not exceed, or will not definitely exceed, 40 to 45 minutes. So if you say, okay, the meeting is going to start by 2 p.m., for instance, then if you choose this 1 hour, take a look at what is written there. It says your Zoom basic plan has a 40-minute limit, 40-minute time limit on meetings with 3 or more participants. Upgrade now to enjoy unlimited group meetings. So it gives you the option to do that. So you can actually select an hour because you just have 40 minutes. So what you do, and for some funny reason, they actually do not have 40 minutes listed here. They have 30, they have 45. So, excuse me, you could actually select 45 minutes and say, okay, this is what you want to do, and then you remove the 1 hour and put it on 0. For you to have this disappear totally and not appear is when you select, if you select any of the, any minutes that is lower than 1 hour. So for me, I usually take 45 minutes and let's see what goes on, because it might take us up to 40 minutes or a little bit above 40 minutes. What Zoom normally do is going to actually, without fail, remind you that your meeting is about to end. It usually gives about 10 minutes. So at 30 minutes of your meeting, Zoom is going to remind you that you just have 10 minutes to go. So within 10 minutes, you should round up the meeting and key out. Now, the next thing is the time zone. So obviously we're in Africa, I'm in Nigeria. So I simply leave it at West African time. But if not, if you're in other parts of the world, if you're in the United States, if you're in Italy, if you're in, so the time actually is over there. The time actually is here, that you can select any of the time frame that suits you. For me, I'm in Nigeria, I'm in Africa, so I select that. Now, reoccurring meeting. You saw the ones I set up had reoccurring. Now, reoccurring, what reoccurring simply means is that once you select reoccurring, it's simply telling Zoom that I would like this meeting to reoccur every now and then, every time I have set. Instead of you coming back to Zoom to reset the meeting all over, to put all these keys every time, you simply just say reoccurring. So if you have a particular meeting or event that you meet people, you guys discuss and everything, and it happens probably every 2 days or every week or every fortnight, whatever. So you just come to reoccurring and say, look, I want it daily, or I want it weekly, or I want it monthly, or no fixed time. If you select no fixed time, it means the meeting can hold at any time, any day. But if you look at it and say it's weekend, you should just pick up weekends and say, how many weeks do you want? And then you select the number of days. But if you say is no fixed time, Zoom will automatically know that you just want it to be open. You just want it to reoccur at any time. Now, the next step is meeting ID. You can generate you can allow it to generate automatically, or you just use your personal meeting ID. Every time you create an account, or if you have created an account on Zoom, it gives you a personal meeting ID. You can do that. Now, if you want to restrict entrance into the room, because the meeting stage is called a room. So if you want to restrict entrance into the room, people clicking from anywhere they have seen the link, you can actually require a meeting password from them. If you require a meeting password from them, it means that whoever that is coming for the meeting has indicated interest has to get the password from you. So once you send the link to the person and indicates interest in going into the meeting, you send the password to the person, and the person will use the password to gain access. But if you don't want to go through all that hassle and everything, just simply leave it at automatically to generate the IDs automatically. Now, the next step you do, don't forget, all this is important to set up. Don't just be in a hurry to just look at things and just put down and leave. You have to set all this so that you could have a smooth and free meeting. The next thing is the video. Zoom comprises of the video and the audio. All right. So you could actually say, I am the host, and I would like the video to be on. If you select on, it simply means at the point you start the meeting, to start waiting for the participant to come, your video automatically is on, which means that everybody or any participant that comes on board simply gets to see you online through the video. Now, if you put it on off, it means whenever you come on, the opposite of it means whenever you come on, the video is automatically switched off. Now, the participants as well, you don't know if they have done their setting properly. You don't know if the settings are good, or could go by what you want to do. So what I advise usually do is you just set the participants to off. If you leave it on, they come up. Let me tell you a tip. If you leave the video on, or if you have meetings that has to do with videos, it consumes data. It's simple. It consumes data. So, but unless it's a meeting that you have to see everybody, then everybody has to put on their video. Now, if it consumes data, it reduces the speed time. That's just one thing. Now, the next option is saying meeting option. The next thing on the same meeting option. Now, enable, the first one says enable join before host. Simple. As the word says, enable join before host. It means that if you have set a meeting, for instance, for 2 p.m. and you've sent the links to everybody, and at 2 p.m. the host is not ready. In this case, you're not ready, but the participants are ready. Once they click on the link, the meeting room will open and they will be inside before the host. So participants might actually be present before the host comes in. But if you do not enable it, it simply means that you're telling Zoom that I want to be the one to open the doors for the participants. All right. So what happens is when they click on the link, they don't get access into the room because the host is not there. Unless the host is there, then when they click on the link, they get access into the room. Now, another thing is this: once somebody clicks on the link and gets access into the room, it prompts the host that someone is coming in into the room. Now, this is one function I love to use a lot: enable waiting room. It simply means that once somebody clicks on the link, gets taken to Zoom meeting, he or she does not get direct access into the room. He or she gets to wait in a waiting room. Once he waits in that waiting room, Zoom sends a message to the host to either give access or deny access. Now, it's beautiful because you might have probably started the meeting and some other participants are trying to join, but you want them to wait for a while. You want them to wait a while, or they're coming in, might just distract whoever or whatever you guys are saying. So you might just leave them there for a while. But if not, you just simply click on accept and they come in. Now, another fantastic thing, which is what I'm doing already now, I'm recording the meeting automatically. So if you click on this, whenever the meeting starts, by the host, automatically the host will start recording the entire meeting onto his laptop. But another tip, it doesn't record that much on mobile phones. It has to be on your PC. It has to be on your computer. So if you're doing the meeting on your phone, there's no point selecting this. Even if you do select it and you host the meeting through your phone, it's not going to record it. But if you click on record, yes, it will. Now, I like doing all this. So once you're done, you just simply click on save. And once you click on save, it brings you right to this point. So we're going to go back. It brings you right to this point. You click on save. I've already done all that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take us just a little bit back so that you see what happens when you click on save. When you click on save, it just brings you here. Now, I have two meetings going on, right? And both of them are reoccurring. So now one is already started. That is this one I'm using to teach. I started this so that I could use it to actually lecture anyone that has joined the meeting or you guys that are watching it right now from YouTube. So what is happening is this one is already started. So once you are finished and you click save, you see it appear here. Now, when you see it appear here, you can actually delete it or you start the meeting. Now, when you click on start meeting, it simply takes you to the surface, to the side where we're coming from. Let me show you where it takes us to. So I'm going to stop. Thanks for watching this video. This is just a step-by-step of how to register, install, register on Zoom, start a Zoom meeting and all. The next video I'm going to do, I'm going to discuss everything about the settings on Zoom and allow people to know how to go about looking at the settings, what the settings mean, how to go about the settings so you don't get confused when you're in a meeting, what do you do when the video comes up, what do you do when the microphone is not working, how do you connect an external speaker. In my case, this speaker I've connected already. So how do you connect an external speaker to it? How do you connect an external microphone to it? I'm going to do a next video that explains all that. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. And if you have any question that you want me to answer or any topic you want me to do a video on, leave a comment down below and definitely I will respond to you. Thanks a lot.